All right, everyone, another breaking story, March 21st, 2013. Here's the headline. I'll put the article below. North Korea warns the U.S. bases in Guam, Japan are within range. D. I want to thank a viewer of mine, D, YouTube channel, D Sessions, for sending me this article. And D, change your settings on your YouTube channel. I can't reply to your messages. I think you have to accept me as a friend, but I'm getting your messages. You're not bothering me. Send me as much as you can. D, change your settings. All right, I had to get that out, and I do appreciate all of the news that you are sending me. Let's take a look at this story. Kim Jong-un and North Korea's military. Coming from CNN, the North Korean military issued a fresh burst of ominous rhetoric Thursday, warning that U.S. bases in Guam and Japan are within striking range. More saber rattling coming out of North Korea. They are poking that big dog into a fight. The statement from the Supreme Command of the Korean People's Army, carried by the North state-run news agency, followed the announcement by the United States this week that its B-52 bombers were making flights over South Korea as part of an annual military exercise. The U.S. should not forget that the Anderson Air Force Base on Guam, where the B-52s take off, and naval bases in Japan proper and Okinawa, where nuclear-powered submarines are launched, are within the striking range of the DPRKS. Precision strike means, the North Korean military said Thursday. Despite Pyongyang's rhetoric, no U.S. Navy submarines are based in Okinawa or anywhere else in Japan, although they may make calls at U.S. bases there. The DPRK is short for Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea's official name. Interactive nuclear weapons. Who has what? Citing what is called the United States nuclear blackmail and threat, the North said that it too would take corresponding military actions. Pyongyang had already reacted angrily to the B-52 flights, warning Wednesday of strong military counteraction if the planes made more sorties over the Korean peninsula. Angry words after new sanctions. Tensions have spiked in the region since North Korea carried out its latest underground nuclear test last month, the first under its new young leader, Kim Jong-un, prompting the United Nations Security Council to respond by toughening sanctions on the secretive regime. The sanctions enraged the North further, and during the week when the Security Council was voting on them, it ratcheted up its threats, suggesting it could carry out a preemptive nuclear strike on the United States and South Korea. Although analysts and American officials say Pyongyang is still a long way from being able to carry out such an attack on the U.S. mainland, the United States bases in Japan and Guam appear to be within range of the North's conventional weapons. In its comments Thursday, the Kim Jong-un regime is just firing back at its enemies in response to the B-52 flights and the military exercises of which they're a part, said Lee Jung-hoon, a professor of international relations at Yonsei University in Seoul. He said that the UN sanctions were also likely to be fueling the North's theory that the regime threats were largely driven by domestic concerns. They're doing all this to prop up the regime, Lee said. The military first strategy since Kim took over from his father as the head of the North Korean government in late 2011. He appears to have maintained the pursuit of a stronger military deterrent rather than adopting a more conciliatory approach to relations with South Korea and the United States. The result has been a major foreign policy headache for U.S. President Barack Obama, with Kim showing more interest in dialogue with the basketball star Dennis Rodman than U.S. diplomats, as well as the nuclear tests. His government has conducted two long-range rocket launches, one that failed and one that succeeded, both of which were widely viewed as tests of ballistic missile technology. Kim has also revamped the military's leadership ousting some generals and promoting others. The nuclear testing rocket launches have shattered hopes of any new talks on the North nuclear program in the near future. Indeed, Pyongyang has said recently that the program is not up for negotiation and announced that previous non-aggression treaties with Seoul no longer apply. There's a little bit more to the article, and I'll put the link in the show more box for everyone. So, what's going on today? We've got Barack Obama in the Middle East, in Israel with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. We've got rockets from Gaza, militants firing rockets into Israel with Obama there. Then we've got the supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, threatening if Israel even thinks about a strike against Iran, they will annihilate them and destroy Tel Aviv. Now, baby Kim, we got baby Kim now, and he's got a nice little baby face right here, is threatening the United States that U.S. bases in Guam and Japan are within range. Bookmark my site, and God bless everyone. Leave me comments. Thank you, D.